Now, the conference finals for the NBA is set. It is a rematch of the 2020 NBA bubble, which who knows, maybe the bubble wasn't so Mickey Mouse after all, but it's going to be, of course, the number one seed Denver Nuggets, with who everybody says is the best player in the NBA, though not me. I have him ninth on my list right now. Nikola Jokic, against who, in my opinion, is the third best player in the NBA, maybe the best player remaining in the playoffs. And in my opinion, he may be back to the throne as his best player in basketball after Giannis and Joel Embiid gag away in the postseason. That being LeBron, Raymond James, the number 7 seed Los Angeles Lakers, who are not really a number 7 seed. As I've been saying throughout this entire NBA playoffs, don't pay attention to seeding. This year's NBA playoffs reminded me a lot of the 1995 NBA playoffs. Now, I was not born in June and May and April of 1995. No, I was born right after Michael Jordan won his last and sixth NBA championship. Of course, June 1998. I was born in September of 1998. But I am a historian, if you will, when it comes to the NBA, and I know that in 1995, the Houston Rockets were the number 6 seed, and they are one of only 2 teams I've been saying for the entirety of the postseason history to win the NBA championship. And of course, that Rockets team, Hakeem Olajuwon, was injured most of the year. They redid some of their roster, but they got hot in March, carried it into April, carried it into May, carried it into June, dominated the postseason, and ended up winning the NBA championship. I said both the Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers reminded me of that, and I thought the Lakers-Warriors series, which I did pick Golden State to win it in 6, I thought it was going to be a very close series, though I thought ultimately the shooting of Steph and Clay would go over, that of the Lakers going inside and not getting a lot of three-point shooting. That did not happen. Klay Thompson came up small throughout the entire series. Golden State will seemingly need to reboot. They need to get younger. And the Lakers, in a bubble way, in a Michael Jordan last dance way as well, LeBron trying to get that 5th championship with the Lakers with a healthy Anthony Davis. They have a really good shot, in my opinion, to beat the Denver Nuggets. Darvin Ham has proven to be a very good strategic coach throughout these playoffs, but it's really going to come down to, can Anthony Davis and the Lakers handle Nikola Jokic, who has put up some monster numbers in this postseason, including a 50-point loss against the Suns earlier in that series? And Phoenix really had no depth. They got it to 2-2. If they were going to win Game 5, they had a chance to win the series, but ultimately that did not happen. They got blown off the court in Game 5 and Game 6. Denver flexed their muscle, and now Denver will be hosting the Western Conference Finals. I do think with that physicalness, that toughness, the emotion of a Lakers Golden State series, and in that altitude of Denver, the Nuggets are going to win Game 1. I think the Lakers come back. They win Games 2 and 3. Denver will win Game 4 in LA. But the Lakers will come back. They will win Game 5 in Denver, Game 6 at Crypto.com Arena, and the number 7 seed Los Angeles Lakers, I believe, who should now be the favorites in the series. Not only that, but I think they should be the favorites to win it all, will go on to the NBA Finals. Now, who are they going to face? Miami Heat. They took apart the Milwaukee Bucks and the supposed best player in the world, who apparently doesn't care about winning, Giannis Antetokounmpo, in 5 games. They took on a gritty, tough Knicks team. They didn't play well in New York, but they played well enough at home. The Knicks are not a very good team, but nonetheless, the Miami Heat are in the Eastern Conference Finals. They would outplay the Boston Celtics, who have struggled against Atlanta, who went the distance with Philadelphia. Could have lost Game 6 if Philadelphia and Doc Rivers just knew how to put away a series. And I don't want to listen about Jason Tatum scoring 51 points yesterday in Game 7. It was a phenomenal performance. The bottom line is, Jason Tatum did not show up in Game 6 and almost cost his team the series. And that is my biggest problem with the Celtics. It's my biggest problem with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to a degree, is they do not always show up. With LeBron, you know what you're going to get. Anthony Davis, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get, but when Anthony Davis is on, he's spectacular. as much as I bang on Nikola Jokic, you know what you're going to get from Jokic. The Celtics stars, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, you don't know what you're going to get from them. So they are the two most inconsistent stars outside of Anthony Davis, I would say, remaining in these playoffs. Jimmy Butler and Miami are going to be motivated, but I don't know if Miami has enough. I know they took them to 7 games last year. I know Jimmy Butler has wanted this rematch with the Celtics. The difference this time around, though, is Boston has home court advantage. And the amazing thing is, 2020, Miami defeated Boston in the bubble. 2022 was Miami and Boston again in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, 3 out of the last 4 years, it's Miami, Boston, Eastern Conference Finals, and Boston has had multiple coaches throughout that time, whether it be Brad Stevens, Ime Udoka, and now Joe Mazzulla, I believe is how you say his name. Of course, Miami, Eric Spoelstra has always been great. But Boston and Miami now are tied 1-1. This is sort of the rubber match of the Eastern Conference Finals, if you will, between these two teams. I think Boston's a little bit deeper. I think that they are more motivated. They want to get back to the NBA Finals. They want to win it this time. And I think the NBA would really like to see Lakers Celtics NBA Finals, though. How crazy would it be if a Lakers Heat 7 versus 8 seed took place in the NBA Finals? That would be absolutely amazing. And again, it would show that it diminishes the regular season because Boston did not look good at times throughout this regular season. The Lakers obviously turned away their whole team at the trade deadline. Miami, being an 8 seed, struggled throughout the most of the regular season. Yes, these teams have dealt with injuries. Miami is still dealing with injuries, with Tyler Hero being out, among Kyle Lowry and others. But you had veterans like Kevin Love, and it'd be really interesting, by the way, to see Kevin Love go against LeBron James in the NBA Finals. Of course, those Cavaliers teammates when you get Heat Lakers. So I am very curious to see how this goes. I do think the Lakers beat Denver. The league, I think, some folks around the league may want to see Denver win a championship. I would say it would be different to see Denver because in my lifetime, we have never seen Denver. And I think it would solidify Nikola Jokic among myself because I need to see him, Jamal Murray, Michael Porter do it in the game, in the series, as I always say. But, surrounding the circumstances with Kobe Bryant's passing in 2020, I believe the Lakers were playing the Celtics soon after that. And then you add on the history where these two teams have not run in the finals since 2010 when Kobe Bryant delivered that amazing Game 7 against the Celtics for the Lakers to go to back-to-back titles. Boston has not won a title since 2008, which was against the Lakers. So all that history there to me points to the NBA championship being Lakers, Celtics, and to me, LeBron will get his 5th ring, and he may do it in the TD Garden in 6 games. That would be my official prediction. And so that's the way I would bet it if I was going to bet these playoffs, but these playoffs are really unpredictable. Again, to me, it's come down to health, which the Lakers have right now. They were a little more healthy than Golden State going into the series. And again, just riding the hot hand. Yes, Denver was one of the best teams in the regular season all season long, but nobody really thought that they were truly, in my opinion, NBA Finals contenders. People at Phoenix, Golden State, and the Lakers all over Denver. So we will see how that translates to the Western Conference Finals. I'm going to say Lakers in 6, and I'm going to say Boston in 7. I really think Miami drives them. The Celtics are one of these teams that just cannot put teams away. Philadelphia should fire Doc Rivers. We all know that. The Suns fired Monty Williams because he couldn't get the job done 2 years in a row. Doc Rivers, the biggest choke artist in the history of the NBA playoffs, yet the Cavs want to stay with J.B. Bickerstaff, which is frustrating as a Cavaliers fan. But I think what people need to realize in the NBA is a results-driven league. Joel Embiid is the only MVP in the history of the NBA to not make a conference finals, which, yes, is an indictment on Embiid. So there's a lot going on in the NBA. This is where true stars rise to the top. Again, Lakers in 6 over Denver, Celtics in 7 over Miami, Lakers in 6 over Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals is where I'm at right now. I can't wait to break this all down with you on Thursday. We will get game one of both of these series is Tuesday and Wednesday, which I'm so happy that they are at the earlier start time of 8:30 and not 9 p.m. Eastern. The half an hour difference makes all the world. You have no idea. Tomorrow, the NBA draft lottery comes ahead. We will see who gets future superstar Victor Wembanyama, who I think will change life immediately for whatever team secures him, even if it is a Houston, a Detroit, an Oklahoma City, a Charlotte. Whoever secures Victor Wembanyama, their future is going to be changed forever because I think he is the next great Giannis, LeBron, etc. superstar in this league. I've been on record for it for a long time. And so we will all be on pins and needles for that tonight, obviously, before the Nuggets Lakers tip off in game one. You like that clip from the Brands World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brands World podcast right here on YouTube.